Hi, I'm Adam Shiva, and in this video I want to talk about layout as a key, critical, and challenging component within any larger process, and these ideas I've been having around that. And this is part of a greater series I'm doing, taking the lessons and that I'm getting from woodworking and building and using them as a foil for my own personal growth and self-organization. So, there are three phases, as I'm currently seeing it, within any project of building or making something. The first one is collecting things together. And this is like having your bucket full of tools and your stack of lumber and the things you're going to need to make this thing, screws, whatever it might be. And you're going to bring all those things to the site where it is and where you're going to build the thing. And this phase really is the one where organization, pre-planning, making good systems, streamlining really can make the biggest difference. And those kind of organizational things don't often affect the other phases as much. It really is in the gap between deciding you're going to do a task and what feels like making progress on that task. That's when the systems really make the difference. And it's like, how simply can you maybe it's like, we're going to do a project that has to do with drywall. Oh, all my drywall tools are in this separate bucket and I'm just going to grab them and move them over. Or I already have a mental plan of what my demolition tools are. And even if I don't already have them thrown in a bucket, I can grab them, put them into place, know the things I'll need, and I can move on to that style of a project. So that's the first little phase. The second phase is the pencil process. And this is where you imagine what is going to need to get done. You lay out the very well-marked lines of knowing exactly where I'm going to need to cut to get the results I want. And you kind of imagine the way different pieces are going to go together. The issue here is that you can imagine things that cannot be done. Like if you had a big cube of wood and you wanted to make a hole, they got bigger, deeper into it. I can't imagine how that would be done. Maybe there's some steampunk kind of mechanism that could do it. Not particularly relevant because it doesn't feel feasible. And just like that, there are ways where you can make a process that has a ... in it that is infeasible. And suddenly I have 1 million followers and everything is going so smoothly. Unless there's a way that you have to do that, it isn't really a legitimate plan until there's a method that is feasible. What tool, what technique, what thing would make that result? Also, there's a way where just time and craft of the thing, it's what the process of coaching, I think, often focuses on, is making a plan which is viable. If you did these things, then the result you were hoping would happen. And the cool part of that is that you can do it on your own. You need very little from outside yourself, and it doesn't utilize resources intrinsically other than your own time. In building a business, this would be that you don't have to spend any money to think up a really valid advertising plan. And you could come up with a couple different ideas before you pushed play on any of them and actually have them win out in your own mind rather than have to go down multiple routes. In the building spectrum, what this is that you could kind of think of different ways these boards could go together. Oh, I could cut this. I don't like how much waste that way of doing it has. What if I change it up like this? And you can imagine and kind of draw these things out on paper. And all that really it takes is your time, mostly, some paper maybe. And that it's so minimal as compared to starting cutting and realizing you're wasting materials or not doing it in a well thought out and efficient way. And I think that layout is really where so many skill building is going to happen. As far as the mental aspect of the process. The third aspect is where the skills of the hand happen. The consistent ability to cut straight. For me, there's been this journey of getting my skill saw to track right on the line I want to cut. And that actually is this journey of building hand skills. They're not mental understanding skills. They're really just kind of physical muscle memory control skills. And those are where big changes in the results you can get can happen, but they're also in a way really simple because they're just purely physical. And actually becoming like a really good carpenter often involves more skill built in the pencil department and in that imagining how you're going to put these pieces together than actually much of it being focused on that aspect of building the hand skills of being good at doing it, which is important too, but shouldn't be overemphasized. Thanks so much for being here, working on yourself, and kind of being a curious, interested person. I really appreciate having this opportunity to share with you. I hope you have a really good day. Please subscribe and share this with a friend if you would. And I hope the best for you.